Good morning! Hello. Welcome back to my vlog. It's a Friday right now. Super weird time for me to start a weekly vlog, but oh well. If you watched last week's video, I did leave my camera in Cornwall, which was good. So I'm sorry that this one is a little bit late and that last week's was probably a little bit late, but oh well. Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my page. It is Glastonbury weekend. And I'm not going to Glastonbury, so I'm going to be spending my weekend trying to make myself feel less sad about the fact that I'm not at Glastonbury. I do this every single year. Every single year Glastonbury rolls around and I'm like, I'm going to go this year. And then I never organise myself to get tickets. And then all my friends go and my sister goes and I'm like, why didn't I go? But then I remember that I'm also someone who can do like one night max, not in my bed and like not in my space. And then I need to go home immediately. So I don't know, maybe Glastonbury just isn't for me as a person, but I'm still going to get serious FOMO this weekend. So yeah, I'm going to jam pack my weekend full of other fun stuff to distract me from the fact that I'm not at Glasto. But yeah, it's Friday right now. Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my page. I really appreciate it if you are here. And I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog. I'm about to go to the gym. And yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day in London. Going out for dinner this evening. Got a day at work, so come and spend my weekend and half of next week with me. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoy the vlog. Hello. Happy Friday. Gym was good earlier today. I did legs, but to be completely honest, my period is due. And every time my period is due, I am so weak. So I did like 4 exercises and then I was like, I'm gonna call it a day. So I then came back, did a bit of work. When I got back, it is a beautiful, beautiful day in London. And we are actually going to pick up a bin. Yay! How exciting. Because how gross is this? For the last month we've just had a bin bag on the floor because we don't have a bin. So
actually, since you moved in February.
Since I moved in February. I said 4 weeks, I meant 4 months.
Who bought the bin?
And Marcus bought the bin. Because I cannot do simple tasks. So yeah, so we're gonna go get a bin. We're gonna grab some lunch out and then I used to do a little bit more work and then we're actually going to Dishoom this evening. I got invited for a free meal at Dishoom, which is absolutely wicked. So we're going to go and do that this evening, and then yeah, that is that. Anyway, we're going to pick up our bin. See ya. Just filmed an ad for Hello Clean, which is a shower head, which if anyone remembers my vlog back in November of last year when I was in Dubai and I was like, why is my hair in complete disarray? And then I got myself a Hello Clean shower filter in Dubai and it completely sorted my hair out. They reached out to me the other day and they were like, we'd love to do an ad with you. And I was like, wicked, because I actually have one in Dubai, I have one in London. That is completely perfect. So I've just done an ad with them. But I thought as it is for a hair care brand, I might as well make a bit of an effort with my hair. Ta-da! Look at my hair. I actually did it for once and I think it looks quite nice. I'm growing on the shorter hair. It used to be down to here. And I found myself the other day being like, oh, why did I chop all my hair off? But it is growing on me. It is quite nice and it is so much healthier. I don't think my freshly blow-dried hair is going to last this line bike. Perfect. Also my eyes. Every time I get on a line bike at the minute, all the pollen of London goes inside my eyeballs. Oh, horrid. I don't think it's... Perfect. Literally perfect. Yum! This is chili broccoli salad, chicken ruby.
Garlic nut.
We just done a park run.
That was epic.
Woo woo woo.
Very muggy.
Very muggy. Did Clapham Common Park run? It was actually wicked.
How did you find it?
It was good. It was actually quite hard. I feel like what did we do that in? Like a 5:40 pace.
Yeah.
And I was like... Also, fun fact, when we did the marathon, I turned around at the start and Daisy was right behind me.
Epic.
And then as I finished,
That
I
was
turned
the
around.
best. That was actually
That
for
was
me.
so
Like,
good.
you just settled my nerves so much.
And I turned around at the end and Daisy was like, hey! And I was like, why didn't we just run that together?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was nice. But yeah, that was hard and a lot slower than we ran the marathon in.
Bloody hell.
But good.
Imagine doing that now.
I actually couldn't. Even thinking at the end of that, like 1 more K, I was like, I've got that in me. I've got that in me.
Ready for...
Saturday. It is Saturday. Why am I saying Saturday? It is Saturday right now. Marcus and I are actually on the train because we're going to meet both of our mums, which would be super nice. So yeah, we're going to do that, see our mums, and then we're staying at Marcus's mum's this evening, and then yeah, heading to his grandma's tomorrow, which is sweet. So yeah, a very sweet weekend ahead of me, a very family weekend, which would be nice. But yeah, we're just on the train and it's like the busiest train ever, and we've managed to find a double seat in first class. And we don't have first class tickets, so we're kind of just waiting to be kicked off. But we've got one more stop, so hopefully it'll be fine. But yeah, it's so beautiful and sunny today. And I also just finished my book. I just finished The Tin Man by Sarah... Let me find the name of her. By Sarah Winman, The Tin Man. Really, 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 really good. There was a event for Kindle last week, and I kept seeing it on everyone's Instagram stories, and I was like, that looks completely wicked. I really wish that I was invited to that event. And then Marcus was like, well, you never share any of the books that you read, so why would you be invited to that event? And I was like, yeah, no, completely fair enough. So I've decided that I'm now going to start sharing every single book that I read, because Kindle is my dream partnership, and I want a Kindle sponsorship because I use this Kindle. This is my child, this is my baby, I use it every single day. So I've just finished the book, The Tin Man by Sarah Winman, and if anyone has any contacts at Kindle, ping them my way. Good morning, happy Monday, happy new week. It's a bloody gorgeous day outside today. The sun is shining. It's meant to be like 35 degrees today, I think. I'm off on a run. I'm gonna do 45 mins. I think, did I mention in my last vlog, or maybe in this earlier vlog, that my goal with running over the next however long is just to like get my heart rate down a little bit. So I have a heart rate monitor from Coros. So I'm going to start wearing this because apparently your watch data for your heart rate just isn't that accurate. And I have worn this before, but like not that frequently because I've never really cared too much about my heart rate. But I think it's probably time to get it down a little bit because my heart rate is so high on easy runs. And I just think if I want a long career of running, I want to just kind of like build a bit more of an aerobic, I don't even know if that's the right word for it, basically like build a little bit more of a base fitness level, so run really, really slowly for a couple of weeks, and then next year, if I choose to do another marathon, which I think I will, I'll then hopefully have sort of built up a good base over this time period. And also the only reason that I wouldn't do that would literally just be ego at like running fast, or like ego at my Strava stats being really low, which like I don't really think is good enough of a reason to not do that. So I'm going to be not going over a 6-minute pace until at least the end of August. And it is the 30th of June right now. And I'm just going to see if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, fine. I'm still like getting out there and running, and like I'm not going to lose anything by running slow. But I have done quite a lot of research on it, and I spoke to the runner team about it, and they were like, yeah, running slow does massively help you build up your like base fitness. So that is my plan over the next however long. So I'm going to go out for 45 minutes now. I don't know how long that's going to be pace wise or how long that's going to be distance wise, but I'm just going to do 45 minutes. Oh, also I had a wonderful weekend. Obviously didn't vlog any of yesterday because I was at Marcus's grandma's house, and that would be super weird. So yeah, a really lovely weekend, now back in London. And yeah, I'm off to France this week. I'm off to France on Thursday, which I'm so excited for, so I will start a new vlog for that. But yeah, I just need to like do a load of work this week to catch up before then. Anyway, I'm stalling. I need to go on my run now. I will see you after my run. Look at that sky. It is such a beautiful day in London. I think it's meant to be like 34 degrees today, which is crazy. So I'm going to try and get all my work done this morning, and then I want to sit later in the park because I feel like these days don't come around too often. Even though at the minute it has been really nice weather like the whole time in London, which has been wicked. But I still want to sit, read my book later. So I'm going to be productive this morning, get all my work done, and then hopefully be finished by like 4. So then I can go and sit in a park and read my book. Because I'm reading a new book at the minute called Tell the Wolves I'm Home. Tell the Wolves I'm Home. I said that really fast, I feel like none of my words came out. Tell the Wolves I'm Home is the book that I'm reading at the minute. So yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. I'm like 30% in, it's really good so far. But yeah, my plan of the day, I'm gonna sit in a coffee shop. Oh my God, are my words not coming out today? Because I feel like I'm going to sit in a coffee shop today. Marcus is on calls and I haven't got any filming stuff to do, so I was like, I feel like I'll be a little bit more productive if I just go and sit in a coffee shop and work. So I'm gonna sit in a coffee shop. I've got a fair bit of editing to do. I also need to like sit and plan out my week because I feel like I'm not being as productive as I could be at the minute, and I think it's because I'm not very good at planning my weeks in advance. I'm very good at planning like the start of my weeks and being very productive on Mondays and Tuesdays, but then I feel like it all kind of falls to the wayside towards the end of the week. So I'm going to try planning my whole week on a Monday and then seeing if that makes me a little bit more productive towards the end of the week. Anyway, that was my plan for the morning. I'm going to stop yapping now and start doing some stuff. Lunch secured. Off to go and eat it in the aircon because it's so hot today. Got everything done that I needed to today. Yay! I was going to go out and sit on the common this afternoon and like read my book because it's the most gorgeous day of the year ever, and I obviously just didn't get to do that because I was doing my to-do list. But I'm really glad. Hello, I cannot speak today. I'm really glad that I got all the things done that I needed to do. And yeah, I also got these new sunglasses from ASOS and I quite like them. So yeah, that was it. That was my day. That's it really. I'm gonna eat my fajitas, go to bed. And I'm going to an event tomorrow. A really weird event actually. Not weird, but like really weird concept for the event, but I will talk more about that tomorrow. I'm gonna eat my fajitas and go to bed. But I will see you in the morning. Hello, happy Tuesday. I've just done another run at heart rate pace rather than actual pace, and I figured out that I can turn off my paces on here. So I've got a Coros. This is the Coros Pace 3. And I basically have like created a new activity in like custom settings. I will put in the description how I did this, but I like created a new custom activity and then put the only metrics as heart rate. So heart rate and time. So I think my plan for the next like, I don't know, however long to like try and get my heart rate down is to just go out on runs for like time blocks. So today I did half an hour, yesterday I did 45 minutes. And then I think I won't be like trying to chase a pace or anything. And then I can see it getting better over time, because then if I'm going out for a 30-minute block right now, I just, oh my God, formulate your thoughts. Why can't I speak in this whole vlog? I don't know what's going on with me. Basically, I just went out for a 30-minute run, right? And I did it as close to 160 heart rate as possible. So today that was a 4K, I think it was like 4K 22 or something. I'll put the stats on the screen here. That's by no means slow pace at all. Just whenever I say slow, when I'm talking about this running style for me, it's only compared to my personal paces and speeds. That is not me saying that this is a slow pace in the slightest. I'm just saying for me, this is slower than I usually run. So I'm not saying this is slow, but that pace for me, not doing a 5K in 30 minutes is like slower than I would usually run. So oh my god, have I said a single sentence that makes sense? Basically, if I keep going out for blocks of time, so if I do like 30 minutes today, 45 minutes on whenever, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, then I can judge over time how much distance I'm getting into those 30 minutes rather than like going on pace. So say right now if I can do 4k 22 in 30 minutes, and then I can judge it again in 6 weeks time and be like, okay, in 6 weeks time I can hopefully do like 5.5k or maybe even 6k in that time at that heart rate, if you get what I mean. Because then it just means that like I'm not going after a pace, I'm like actually purely basing it on heart rate, if that makes sense. So my goal for the next 3 months, I think I'm going to give it a 3-month block, kind of like a marathon training block, but just like I'm going to use it as a heart rate training block. I'm going to give myself 3 months and see where I'm at the end of the 3 months. So I'm going to write down in my notes like what my starting like times and heart rates and paces are, and then yeah, we'll see at the end how it goes. I don't know if that made any sense. I feel like I'm not formulating a single sentence, but that is what I'm doing at the minute running wise. I put something on my Instagram story yesterday saying that I was going to try and like get my heart rate down a little bit because it was so high on runs. I had actually genuinely thousands of people reaching out to me being like, me too, my heart rate is always like 200 on a run. So that made me feel a little bit better that I'm not alone, because I feel like you always see people on social media who are like, I don't know, very good at running and are running at like a 120 heart rate. Like I follow Lucy Davis and she's obviously like an athlete. She is an absolute athlete. So there's no comparison there in the slightest. But I see she goes on these like 4-minute 40 runs and her heart rate is like 120 and I'm like, huh? That is that. I'm going to be running on heart rate. So I'll keep you all in the loop with how that's going. I think it might get a little bit boring, but I kind of just need to like commit to it if I want to have a long lifetime of running, because I can't be putting myself in cardiac arrest every time I go on a run. Anyway, I'm sure this audio is so crap and I feel like I'm not making any sense. So bye. I'm going to go about my day and I will check in later. Hello. I'm actually off to an event right now. I know I said last week or like 2 weeks ago, I hate going to events. And then I've like proceeded to go to like 6 different events. But I'm going to an event right now with La Roche-Posay and Nike. So I was like, that's wicked. Those are 2 brands that I love, 2 brands that I would love to work with. So I'm going to that. And it is in Wimbledon. It's their like Nike's tennis house or something. But the main reason that I'm excited to go, they're doing mole checks, and I've got a mole that I want checked, so I was like, perfect, I can combine 2 things and get my mole checked and go to an event with 2 brands that I want to work with. So I'm off there now. I'm going to cycle there, and yeah, I will show you what it's like when I get there. God. Oh my god, I don't know if this is hay fever. Oh, my eyes are leaking. I've never in my life had hay fever, and I think I've got it this year, which is completely fucked. Apparently it's because there are loads more male trees, which like would be the reason, wouldn't it? Okay, this is it. Am I in the right spot? I have no idea. Am I in the right spot? Who's to say? Good morning, you guys. Happy Wednesday. It is a slightly grey day in London today, which I think is actually probably a good thing because it's been so hot, and while that is so nice, London is just like not adept to the heat at all. But I woke up this morning, literally 1 minute ago, and I'm not doing any exercise this morning because I've got a load of work that I need to crack out, and then I'm going to a reformer class with my friend at midday, and then I'm going out for dinner again this evening with my old housemate that I haven't seen in ages and ages and ages and ages. So I'm seeing her this evening, which will be super nice. But I go to France tomorrow, which is very cool. I'm going to the Tour de France, which I'm so excited about. So it's going to be like 35 degrees in France. God, look at my eye bags again. Anyway, enough about my eye bags. It's going to be like 35 degrees in France, and I don't know where all of my summer clothes are, but I don't seem to like have any. Full stop. I don't seem to have any. Like yesterday it was like 35 degrees and I was looking for an outfit to wear to dinner, and I was like, where are all of my dresses? Like I actually don't know where all of my dresses are. I think I did a big clear out when Marcus was first coming back to this flat, because this flat is like beautiful and lovely and I love it, but it is on the smaller side. So when Marcus was coming back to this flat, I think I did a big clear out of stuff and took a load of stuff back to my mum's house. And I think because that was in like the start of the month, or I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't as hot, I must have just like taken all my summer clothes home, which is so stupid. But I'm obviously going to, well, not obviously, but I am going to France tomorrow, and it's 35 degrees and we're going to be like stood outside a lot, and I don't have any stuff to wear. I kind of want to go shopping this afternoon and like have an afternoon of shopping, and then I was like, no, I can't do that, it's in the middle of the workday. Then I was like, no, I'm my own boss, I can do that. So I've woken up really early this morning to get all my work done this morning, and then I'm going to do my reformer, and then I'm going to go shopping this afternoon. So that is my plan for the day. So yeah, I need to just crack on with a load of stuff today, and then hopefully be able to shop this afternoon and get myself some summer clothes, because I can't believe I've done that. That is so stupid of me. The Nike event yesterday, well, the Nike and La Roche-Posay event yesterday was really nice, to be fair. I was only really there for like an hour. So I just popped in and said hello. But really interestingly, there was a girl there who, last company that I worked at before I left that job to do content creation full time, I was basically, my job was on the brand side of what I currently do. So I was doing all of the influencer partnerships for that brand. There were these two creators that I always used to book to work with the brand. And so like we worked with this one girl in like a 6-month period, and I would speak to her like sporadically 1 or 2 times a month and like get all her content, and she would send her content to me. I would review it, send it back, blah, blah, blah. I'd send her briefs. And she was one of the reasons that I left my job to do this full time, because I think I just like, I don't know, she just seemed really lovely and normal and down to earth. And then I think speaking to her and seeing that she was doing that as a full-time job, it got me thinking like, ooh, maybe I could do this as a full-time job. And she was at the event yesterday. So I was like, hey, this is going to be really weird, but I used to do all your campaigns for that company. And she was like, oh my God, that's so crazy. So that was a real like full circle moment, to be at an event with someone who like kind of inspired me to start posting, and then to like be on the same, I don't know, like playing field as her at an event. It was really cool. So yeah, that was cool. And yeah, that's it. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with some work, and then I will see you later. Hello! Right, I'm going to end the video here because I never did an outro, and I'm now in France because I am at the Tour de France, which is wicked. So next week's video is going to be all on that, which is going to be so exciting. So yeah, I'm going to end this week's vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched this far, I really appreciate it. And I will see you in France next week.